first thing we're going to need to do is basically, it doesn't drive. So what Nick has told me is he has changed the solenoid, he's changed the switch gear, he's changed the, I can't remember, but basically everything you're supposed to change is changed, including the plug. So it's basically he's at a loss now, which is why he swapped the car. So I'm hoping it's going to do it. Well, that just went into gear. Right, perfect, so it's doing it. So you can see that it is in drive. It is in drive. Now, when I put my foot down, it's just not going anywhere. So we'll put it in reverse. It is in reverse, and we'll see if it goes anywhere, because it did. Nope, not doing anything. Now what Nick did say is if you turn it off and then turn it back on again, it would do it, but it's not doing anything now. It's just not going into drive. So we need to figure this out. So I think we're going to have to get the old whiteboard out for this Merc, because there's a lot, like, needs a lot of paint as well. First thing I want to do is Nick has told me that there is a dipstick in the boot, but I've actually bought one anyway. So, as you know, 9 times out of 10, I go absolutely balls deep and then end up stripping gearboxes and engines and all the rest of it, and it turns out to be something simple. The first thing I am going to do is check there's actually enough oil in the gearbox. I presume that there is, but I'm just going to eliminate one thing at a time. I'm also going to dip the oil just to make sure that whoever did the job, Nick, sorry, I'm not saying you're dumb or nothing, but I'm just going to make sure that there isn't any gearbox oil in the engine oil and they've topped up the wrong one, because that could be a catastrophe. So we'll get the dipstick and we'll dip it first. So I just dipped the oil and I was hoping there was going to be no oil in it. But if anything, it's actually the opposite. There's actually way too much oil in there. Way too much, which could be the cause of the issue. But what I will do actually is, I don't know whether he's done it or not, I'm going to disconnect the battery for half hour, see if it resets the gearbox. Yeah, I doubt that's going to work, but while we're doing that, I will I'll check the fuses as well. So while we are waiting for all the caps to die out and reset, basically I've just taken out the TCM to see, because apparently the oil goes through the wiring loom, but that all seems pretty clean to me, to be fair. So I'll probably just leave that out for a little bit while we're letting that die off. All the fuses were fine. So I think that's the easy stuff done. I think it's going to be a gearbox out job. So, yay. Right, but we'll give it half hour and then we'll see. Disconnected the battery, disconnected that. I did find one fuse in the back. I very much doubt it's that. But the ends of the fuse had actually corroded, so I couldn't get a good reading. So I've changed that fuse. Don't know what it was for, but I ain't got my hopes up. But we'll give it a go. Let's see. So, I don't know what's going on, but it's in drive and it appears to be working. So we are on about 10% throttle, if that. I'm not expecting this to continue to actually work. That's strange. Now that to me makes me think it's not actually anything inside the gearbox. Right, so that's very strange. So I was not expecting that. Interesting. That wasn't supposed to have fixed it. Oh, there we go. So if we give it some beans, it doesn't actually do anything. Right, so it seems to be wanting to work, but then not work, then sort of work. So I'm just going to give a little bit of acceleration. It seems to be work. Maybe there's too much oil in it. So let's stop. Probably shouldn't have done that here, but never mind. Let's put her in reverse. So reverse is working. Drive. See, look, revving and not going anywhere. Something's not right. That's almost like the gearbox isn't getting enough oil pressure. That's interesting. Oh, we've lost drive now. Yeah, we've lost it. So it seems to be if you reset the gearbox, that went into reverse then. I could hear that. Interesting. That's almost like it's not getting oil pressure in the gearbox. I wonder if the housing's clogged up with something. It's weird how we've reset it though, and now it's working. So apparently there is another fix. So I've just tried something that I watched on YouTube. I didn't think it was going to work. So basically what the guy does, in fact, it might be worth just showing you. So I'll turn the whole car off and then we'll wait for it to die down. So what I did was put the key in the ignition and go to accessory. Then I'll just let everything die off. Then what you do is you put your foot on the accelerator for 30 seconds, which I shall start now. And at 30 seconds, turn the key to off and then lift your foot off the accelerator. Then what you do is don't open any of the doors, any of the windows, don't touch anything for another 5 minutes. So we'll reset that. No, we won't. Reset. So we'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll go from there. So then when you get to 5 minutes, pull the key out, accelerator for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. Apparently, that is the gearbox reset, but it seems to have worked. So then you just start the car. I suppose let it readapt. Put it in drive. And off we go. So we are in comfort. And I won't be too noisy because it's 9 o'clock and I don't want the farmer getting annoyed, but I'll put my foot down. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's working. So we'll just turn it round. And as you can see, with the speedo, if I put my foot down now, Jesus, yeah, that's actually pulling now. That's not just revving up, that was the wheels spinning. So far, it seemed to have worked. I can't see it being that simple. So there is no way on earth that has just fixed it by resetting the gearbox. I don't believe for 1 minute that has fixed it. There's way too much oil in the gearbox. So I'm going to drain the fluids to the right level. It's got a horrible misfire as well, but we'll worry about that later. But yeah, so far, so good. There's no way that's fixed it. Absolutely no way. I'm sure if I do like 50, 60 miles, it'll probably happen again. It's just reset everything so it doesn't know that there's a problem. I really need to get a star machine or something like that. But so what we'll do now is I'm going to clean the car, I'm going to call it a night, and then we're going to wrap up this video because there's no way that's fixed it. But yeah, we'll call that this video, and then the next video will probably be me putting it on the ramp, stripping the gearbox. But yeah, so yeah, let me know if you've had this problem, because with Mercedes, I'm literally new to Mercedes apart from the daily, but I've never had anything like this. So if you know what this fault is, then please feel free to comment and let me know if you've had this problem. I've heard that it could be the ABS rings on the back, like the speed sensors, because they're magnetic. They could be caked or warped or whatever, because they're not like normal gear ones. They're that word I can't pronounce. But yeah, so yeah, if you know anything about this car and you can steer me in the right direction, it'd be very much appreciated. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to press the buttons.